money.
What the heck? Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, you guys, we could keep chatting all
I know.
day because that's who we are. We're from South Florida and we like to network and chat. And Anish, maybe you could tell a little bit about that networking event that you were at last night. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so like the key is like for you guys, obviously we're doing in-person events for Next Million Mastermind, which is what we're doing today. Also, we've done free events. We did a couple at Total Wine in Pembroke Pines. We've done happy hours. Even next Saturday, we have not this Saturday, next Saturday, in-person event with Tom Zeeb
Oh,
about negotiations. So you guys got to get plugged in, right? So for in general, like we love that you're coming to the webinars and we want to see you too. So make sure as we're having events, last night I went to an event where at Yachts Kitchen, YOTS, in
yeah.
Fort Lauderdale. There was about 80 people, and they were investors, the big investors in South Florida. Luckily, it's an invite only. You have to actually do a certain amount of deals to be in there. And it was so great to see so many people, to reconnect. I met some new people and to see what everyone's up to. Right. So as the market's changing, and what I love about even today is what Francisco's teaching. These guys were all having trouble or challenges, I should say, getting deals. And I said, man, you should be on our webinar. So maybe some of you guys are on the webinar, how to find deals with no competition. And like I was telling them what I was up to, and lucky for me, Francisco, first of all, we've been friends for a long time. As students, you guys know, ReaFax is the backbone of our coaching program. And having, Francisco part of Next Million Mastermind as a founder, what I realized was like, wow, we have a competitive edge. And one of the things that we've committed not only at BPM RIA, also with Next Million Mastermind, we also believe in abundance, right? So I could easily say, "Hey, Francisco, don't tell anyone any of this stuff." And our answer is there's enough room for everyone to make money. Also, some of the things that Francisco is going to talk about, we do love our Next Million Mastermind members. There's things in the software that he created that are only for Next Million Mastermind members. So there is definitely another competitive edge. I'm sure
Talking
you
about
guys.
stealing my thunder, bro.
I know I'm not going to tell them all the secrets, Francisco. Not, but we'll give you just enough that you could get by, and then when you're ready, when you're in our program of Next Million Mastermind, and especially on the real estate investing, you're gonna be like, wow, how am I going to get because people always ask me, how am I going to pay for this? And I said, well, what happens if the Next Million Mastermind was free for you? And this is how you got a real estate deal using the techniques and the knowledge of Mr. Francisco Mago. So that's why I think it's pretty important too. So yeah, it's like we're excited in general.
Yeah, Anish, that was amazing. I just wanted people to like kind of feel like they're you for a second there. You know what it's like to be Anish. You guys, like he lives in Fort Lauderdale, so he's able to get all these insider events and just be
Yeah.
really surrounded by these successful people, which is why we want you guys here, why we want you guys to show up to the events, really be in that like-minded circle of people that are all looking to grow, not necessarily only in real estate investing, but we know that we love it. So
Yep.
we talking about it a lot. But we do want to welcome you guys to the Next Mill Mastermind webinar today. My name is Alexa, COO at BPM RIA. I work with the support team at Next Million Mastermind. We have an awesome webinar for you guys. As you can see, we have Francisco Mago in the virtual building, owner of RiaFax, founder of Next Mill, and as well as our other founder, Nishtave, CEO of BPM RIA, and other founder
Uh,
of
you,
Next Mill
I'm
Mastermind.
gonna do something really like I just feel pretty good
Oh,
today for a reason.
oh,
So I always
oh,
make Alexa like, I'm sorry, Alexa, on this.
no.
So one of the things in the chat, she's gonna put our Facebook groups for Next Million Mastermind and BPM RIA. So what I can do on the BPM RIA side, let's just do this. Like if you put a picture of yourself and tag us on our BPM RIA slash also Next Million Mastermind. If you're already a member, what I'm going to do is let's give them a free month of membership. We could do that. And
Just
or
to get, just to
yeah,
participate in the group, like just to
yeah,
post.
just put like, but it's got to be a picture, not just join, a picture of you and maybe
Cool.
one thing you're trying to get out of it. And if we really love it, like you get to be creative. So for Saturday's event next Saturday, why don't we give them a free ticket for the all-day event that we're doing with Tom? So this is where you get to be creative all the way through. We want to see your pretty faces.
I
And I don't know if you saw what Alexa, what I put up today.
no,
If you get a
didn't.
chance, you're gonna laugh. One of my neighbors had a massive fake Black American Express card. So if you're, make sure you follow. If you want to put my Facebook stuff in there too, and BPM Rio, I'm gonna share it. It's pretty funny on it. So that's what made me laugh in general. So yeah, let's just do it. Screw it.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put Anish's page in the chat here so you guys
Yep.
can go follow him and see that. I'm literally crying. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
insane. That is so cool. Okay, you guys have to check that out. Go ahead and put a post in there. Show your beautiful face.
Yeah,
You
and something
virtual
that you want.
networking, virtual
Yeah,
networking.
something 2025. What's your big, if when I do this, I had a good year. Like I want to be inspired. I want to see what you guys want to do.
I love that. Okay, go,
Yeah.
go, go. Links are in the chat. So again, to get us started on another phenomenal note, we will be doing a little raffle poo here in the webinar. So to enter the raffle, all you need to do is text the word million to 954-250-6777, and you'll win $2,000 off of the mastermind membership. So go ahead and text million to 954-250-6777, and you will have a chance to win the raffle. I will then announce the winner at the very end of the webinar today, and I'll drop those details in the chat for you guys. So go, go, go. Good luck. This is how you can keep up with the events, and Ian will let you guys know where we're at. This is our third or fourth cohort that we're working on. So we'll let you know where we're at the end of the webinar, during the webinar at some point. Francisco will drop all the details of what's included and everything. So this is how to keep up with events. If you want to get the text updates on when we're having events with the registration link, it's super easy. You can opt into those text notifications by texting NMM to 954-250-6777. Super easy, super convenient. And I dropped those details in the chat for you guys. So go sign up for the text messages if you'd like, and leave out those little quotation things, guys. This is a workflow. I'm automating things in here. I can't be doing this by hand. So go make sure you don't put any typos in there. Details are in the chat. Alrighty, and this is the website that you need to be tuning into to find the events, to apply everything. It's nextmillmastermind.com. And I will go ahead and put the link in the chat now. You're going to use this link to apply, book a call with one of the founders, get the information, just have that one-on-one and start building with a relationship with these guys. And yes, it is limited in the cohorts, in the spots that we have available. So you're going to want to apply to get that process started, as you do need to be approved by more than one of the gentlemen that are one of the founders. So thank you guys so much for coming into this webinar today. I'll go ahead and pop in all of the social media, YouTube channel, so you guys can get that information and education part. But we do want you guys to show up to these events. They have been phenomenal. Like Lanish said, Total Wines vibe. We're getting out. We're in Broward County. We're in Miami-Dade County. I don't know if we've
Palm
made it out.
Beach.
Have we
Yeah.
made it out to Palm Beach yet? So you guys,
Not
we're
yet.
popping around town. So please take advantage anytime we are in your area, and invite people. This is not just real estate investing, but we love it. And it's been such a blessing and great avenue for all of us in the mastermind, all the founders. So yeah, we like to talk about it a lot, but please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm going to put the email in the chat box right now. If you do have any topics you want us to talk about, Any recommendations, go ahead and send those over to info@nextmillmastermind.com. We do want to take your questions today. You can direct those in the Q&A box down in your Zoom menu, but we will be chatting with you guys throughout the webinar in the chat box. Just make sure you direct those questions in the Q&A section so that we don't miss them. We don't want to miss your questions. We know we have limited time with you guys today. So without further ado, we'll also have some poll questions popping up. So please be aware of that. Let us know where you're at in the poll. These are completely anonymous, but we kind of just like to get feelers out, see where you guys are at so we can tailor these webinars to you and what you guys need as individuals and what you're looking for. So that's why the polls are so helpful to us behind the scenes. But also we want to make sure that you guys are engaged and paying attention to us as well, because we only have a little bit of time together. So without further ado, sorry, we
Yeah,
are ready.
thank you, Alexa, for everything. As we mentioned, we have the man, the myth, the handsome guy from Venezuela, all the way from Colombia on the other side, from Medellin. Bienvenidos, Francisco. The show is yours, my friend.
Welcome, everybody.
Take-
Thank you very much for that nice introduction. And I want to start in a minute.
Yes, we're so excited.
Okay.
Guys, ooh,
Can you see my screen, Alexa?
yes. I can see literally everything though. You have a lot of things going on there. Oh,
Okay.
now we can see RiaFax. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Francisco Mago with RiaFax.com. I'm going to put a small introduction here. We're going to talk today about hidden real estate deals, no competition. Okay, and I'm gonna show you my wonderful family. I have to say I'm very lucky person. This is the few things, a few places that we've been around the last few months, including Chile, Colombia, Argentina, and hopefully this week we're gonna go to Europe. I mean, this year. This is what we want to learn today. How to find deals, how to find hidden deals. We want to talk about open violations, what we call pre-probates, and permits. That's what we're going to talk about today. I want to start with going to RiaFax. And actually, this is our system. It's called RiaFax.com. The ones that don't know the system is what I would say most successful investors in South Florida are using to find their deals. 95% of the deals come from here. Their words, no mine. We're in a process of transition, actually. One of the things that I'm doing right now is RiaFax is going to become an invitation-only software. With all the AI technology that we're applying to the system, there is come to our attention that the people that needs to get involved here is people that really know what they're doing and actually want to invest in real estate. Knowing that, you know, our current, it's not that we're going to take out our current members, not about that. If you are not a member, we're in the process of transition. Okay. I always love to define what a deal is for us. you know, it should be for everyone, but a deal is, you need two main components for a deal. The number one is motivation. Is the seller motivated? Is the homeowner motivated? And the second one is, does the property have equity? That's our second one. Now, I'm going to give you an example how motivation looks like. I'm going to go to Miami-Dade. I'm going to find motivated people. How do we call motivated? They have the difference between in motivation for me is the difference between I want to sell my house or I need to sell my house. And in the need to sell is the difference where a deal is. I'm going to show you why. This is people in Miami-Dade that need to sell their house. Why? They're all in pre-foreclose. 15,563 people needs to sell their house. They need to. Why? Otherwise, they are going to lose it. I'm going to tell you a secret about this business. The people that is in foreclosure, 95% of the time, it end up going to foreclosure. Not only that, and this is astonishing, take this number, 15,563, which is here. 15,563 properties are in pre-foreclosure in Miami-Dade right now. Pre-foreclosure. How many of those are for sale? Out of 15,000 and change. 919. This is a small fraction of all the people in foreclosure. These are at least the ones that are taking action. Okay, but I'm going to tell you this. Most people, all those 14,400 that are not putting the property for sale, and I assure you they do have equity, they are doing nothing. So this is one of the biggest universe that we have as a real estate investor. This is one of the most important leads for us. But these 15,000, let me go back. These 15,000 that are here are just the people that is motivated. So which one of those are deals? We're missing the second part of what a deal is, which is equity. How much equity do they have? When it comes to equity, I start always in 30% equity. What 30% equity means? If the property is $100,000 in market value and the homeowner owes 70,000, it has 30% equity. You can do the extrapolation to 200,000. It's going to be 140,000. 300,000 is going to be, and so on. Okay. So knowing that, let's see how many of those 15,300 have equity. 11,763. Those are the ones with equity. And I'm gonna go to our special sauce for real estate investors, which is single families. Is 6,717 properties right now that have equity and have 30% at 30% equity and are in pre-foreclosure. Now, I'm gonna show you this next, which is I'm gonna go with 40% equity. Just give me a moment. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So this is 40% equity, guys. 6,225 properties with 40% equity, pre-foreclosed. What's better than 40? 50% equity. Still, we have 5,500 properties right now in Miami-Dade County that have at least 50% equity and are in pre-foreclosure. That means that the market value of the property is 400,000 and they owe 200 only, just to give you an example. I'm gonna put an additional motivator here. What is an additional motivator? An additional motivator is, in this case, out of those 5,500 that have 50% equity, how many are non-owner occupied or an absentee owner? I'm gonna put owner occupied, no. They don't live in the premises, so this is a second home. So how many of those do we have? 850. That's a good list, I will tell you. These people do not live in the premises. As real estate investors know, this is additional sign of motivation. These people are not in the premise, they're not in the property, they're losing the second home, okay? Or an investment home. Now, knowing that, what I'm going to do is, what's worse that what's an additional motivator in the owner-occupied realm? We're gonna do this, and we're gonna put out-of-state owners. This is people that not only they don't live in the premises, they don't live in the state. This is out-of-state owners. As you can see, 50% equity, out-of-state owners, single family. Not contains. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm putting owner city. I did it to see if you were paying attention. It's actually state, not contains Florida. $70 properties. 70 pre-foreclosure, 50% equity. Now, my recommendation is if you're going to actually make a promotion, mailing campaigns, direct call, whatever method you choose to do this, 7 is too small of a list. 850, the list before, is a decent size list. This one is too small. Unless you do something like this. I go in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. And this is a more decent list, 293 properties. Okay? So to recap here, guys, what do we have? Pre-foreclosed properties, single family with 50% or more equity. They don't live in the States. They don't live in Florida. Here they are. 293, very decent size list. And it's in the 3-county area. What is the other, I would say, lead or potential deals that are more productive for real estate investors? I want to show you in a moment. That would be probate, guys. For the ones that don't know, probate is a process of succession, meaning someone died that owns that property and is going into a probate process. Now, I'm going to work with probates. I'm going to use this in this time. I'm going to use Miami-Dade. I'm going to use Broward. In Broward County, I'm going to actually search for all probates. 6,270 probates. And again, how many of those probates are for sale? So no. $5,901. They're not for sale. Now, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna tell you this in advance. The amount of equity in probate is ridiculous. Probates, they're usually over north to 60% equity. But again, let's do it simple. Remember, the result here is 5,901. Let's check how many of those have 50% equity or more. Remember, almost 6,000. The debt to equity, 50%. Equal or greater than 50%. 4,916 have 50% or more equity out of all the probates. Okay? Now let's do the same thing, but with single family only. $2,665. How about out of state? $135 properties that are out of state and they have 50% or more equity, and they're probate. This is a gold mine list. This is what one of the things I call a hidden one. These are the hidden ones that most people don't know how to find. But not only that, remember, I told you 135 is still a small list. You do this, and let's select Miami-Dade 2 and Palm Beach. This is the 3-county area for you. See how many of those can we find. 355 probates, out of state, 50% or more equity. That's a very, very decent number. Let's find what I call double jeopardy. I'm gonna keep the 50%. And what I'm going to do next is actually how many probates with 50% equity are that are also in pre-foreclose. They have two big reasons to sell. They're in pre-foreclosure, they're on probate. They're gonna be few, I'm gonna tell you in advance, but that's what I call a double motivation. So let's go and click on pre-foreclose. It's a very, very decent list. 395 properties, pre-foreclose and probate, both.
Hey, Francisco, can I just, we got some questions in the QA. Could I just hit a couple while
Yeah,
you're going
give
on
me a
it? So-
couple.
Yep. So Monty's asking, is the equity what keeps people from taking action to sell the property because they think they could use the equity to save themselves?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You and I know that's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is we can talk to psychologists and there is a big debate about this. In my personal opinion, people want to avoid problems.
Yes. And Monty, I know you were on the quick start this weekend, the house that we showed, 8600 Taft Street. That was a probate, right? And the heirs were gonna actually walk away with nothing. They just didn't want to deal with it. They didn't, exactly what Francisco's saying. They didn't want any problems. And our student, like fast forward, right? We did the probate for him. They walked away with $20,000 in their pocket. I feel like now our student Julio is gonna have to take out to lunch at some point. Meaning we got the deal for, we're all in for about 195, and we just went under contract yesterday for 330 as is. So that's the point is exactly what Francisco's saying, is that a lot of people just don't know. They don't want to deal with the problems. It's just, you know, what seems logical to us might not seem logical for them. Probably as well.
I remember one case, one specific case. This was this guy, no hers, and basically, this guy wants money to live the last 6 months of his life, and he wanted to live it in his house.
Yeah. Yeah.
He wanted $60,000 for a $300,000 property.
Yep.
But he wanted to die in his house.
Yeah.
So my recommendation for you guys that are in the real estate business, this is not only that there is 3 main things that I will recommend you in this business. One is be patient. Listen to the seller. Listen what the seller is telling you. That's key.
Yes.
Because we are the kind of people, and I count myself between them. I swear God that Anisha told me that I don't listen. So I'm trying to be better at that. Listen to the seller. And the third one is, guys, follow up.
Yeah.
If you don't follow up, you're missing probably 90% of the deals.
Yeah.
Circle back around
Yeah.
in 2 months. If the property haven't sold, ask again.
Yep. Yeah. Times like what's really important is I always say, like we always tell our students, when people say no, I say no for now. Right? I mean, what I mean is their circumstance may change
That-
month to month, week to week. And
that's
also
why Anish married a beautiful woman.
yeah, and just so you know, Francisco, the reason I said that you don't listen because my wife reminds me I don't listen either. So I'm just passing it on. I got another question here from Kenton. He goes, does your system include information related to delinquent property taxes as an added layer?
That we're going to talk about next.
Okay. And then the other question he's asking, what number would you consider a decent size list, like a minimum size?
I will say between 3 and 500 because it will allow you to do a decent follow-up. One of the things, in my perspective over the years and looking at to my personal experience and the experience of my clients, I would say every single one of promotion works.
Yeah.
Every single one of type of promotion works. If you do mailings, that works. If you do Facebook, that works. But it takes time. And most of the people that are in this business, they don't put the time on it. Now, one of the things that I want to tell you is specifically in mailings, the best results are in the A mailing, the A one. That's when you're getting your best results.
Yeah. So it's got to be consistent, right? So don't do, if you're on a limited budget, don't do, like say you have $1,000 to do mailings. Like I'm going to do mailings. Don't do one mailing for $1,000. It's got to be consistent, right? So what I say the same thing, 5 to 8 minimum mailings with different, not the same mailing either. So I think it's really important. The software, what it does, right, is it's helping you look for motivation. So it's doing the hard work for you with the different, with equity in there. So now you're making a calculated decision that they should be motivated is the idea. So I think that's, really important when you're doing, using the software out there for REFX.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go next to tax delinquents. And I'm gonna go back to my screen. And remember, tax delinquent. What is tax delinquents? They owe taxes. I wouldn't say tax delinquents per se are, let's say, a very sexy lead. And I call it like that because anyone can owe taxes for, forgetful or for whatever reason they owe taxes. Okay, but let's say this. Okay, 10,035 people owe taxes. 10,035 people owe taxes right now in Broward County. How many of those are single family? 3,095. How many of those have equity? Again, 30% equity. Almost everyone. 2,924. Let's be more generous. 50% equity. 2,780. But again, anyone can owe taxes for 1 year. Or how about 2 years or 3 years? Let's do that exercise. And I'm gonna put the taxes here from 2022. This is only 2022. $863. So how many years of taxes is that? 23 and 24. So what does that mean? 2 years not paying taxes. What about 2021? This is 3 years, which is usually the top. 64 properties. And this is when we're getting the cream of the cream. 3 years without paying taxes. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to include Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach. $262 properties. That's a decent list. Of what again? Here, 50% equity, owed taxes since 2021, single family. Let's go to condominiums, because there are people doing condos right now too. How does that leave losing condo? 517, guys. So it's about finding the right deal. The one that has the most money and the people where should be the most motivation. Now let's find a little bit of what I call again, double jeopardy. And we're going to do they owe taxes. Number one, and they're in pre-foreclosure with 50% equity in the 3-county area. Taxes and pre-foreclosure, really nice list. 1,513, including some of the ones that are for sale. See, everything that you see green here is also for sale. Let's click on one of these to check on that. See, this has everything. Foreclosure, tax debt, it owes really little money. And this is the listing information. 249 is selling with a little bit of equity. Not a big deal, but it's doing something. It's trying to sell the property. These other ones, the ones in blue, they are not. The matter of fact, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take them out and say how many are not for sale. $1,401. So as I told you, most people don't have the property for sale, even with 50% equity, which is sad. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do next, guys, is before I start talking about open violations and other, these are not only the hidden ones, but the exclusive ones. These are exclusive for Next Mill Mastermind members. Remember that I told you one of the things that is going to happen with this software is it's going to be by invitation only. But not only that, it's there are features of this software that are exclusive for our mastermind members. I want to take a minute to talk about the mastermind before we continue to what's next, which is what actually our members have access to. Wow, what a nice numbers in the poll. I'm going to show you this. First, that I stopped selling the mastermind probably 6 months ago because it's not a sell, it's an invitation. When I say an invitation is, we want to talk about what is that we're looking for the people that we want in. This is definitely an exclusive group. Not everyone can make it. You first have to pass 2 interviews to go in. So definitely there is exclusivity there. But this is what we're looking for. Entrepreneurs that want to grow their business, share their network, because this is what we do. We share our network and our knowledge with you. I'm gonna tell you, the founding member, which is Anish, Jim, Biju, Sean, and I, have years of expertise. My specific expertise is information. We give you and help you to implement the systems that you need to make your business grow. This is only on my side. We're not talking about the marketing side. We're not talking about what Anish, Jim, and Biju bring to the table that is $1 billion in transaction in the last 20 years. So think about that. Create new sources of income. The things that we do in the mastermind is not only growing between your own business, but looking at the other people's business and actually investing in the other people's business. Okay, we have not only real estate related members, we have members in other realms of the spectrum, and we, I mean, looking how people is interacting with each other, how the members are doing business between them is very rewarding, I have to tell you. The other one, I've been an entrepreneur for all my life, and it's a very lonely proposition. We are a rare kind. We like to do things by ourselves, and this is the worst place to be. We need to collaborate with each other, and this is what we do with what we call our business family. And truly telling you, what we have created is a business family. Be willing to help others, and we say this kindly. Personally, what we do is actually help each other, not only in business but personally. That this is why this is a really personal thing for every one of us. We're inviting you to our family. That's true. Looking for accountability. Guys, this is a lonely business. We don't see each other. We don't see what we're doing. We don't see when are we making the mistakes or when we can improve, because there might be areas in your business that are doing well, but it can do better. We have a lot of examples like that they are really doing well, but after they talk to us and that we give them directions, after they actually saw the feedback, they start doing better. And innovate and learn. That's what we're looking for. If you are a person that have this, we're looking for you. What is that we offer? Our combined network of the 5-5. We're talking about only in our contact list is not, I think right now it's not to 30,000 contacts, including sellers, buyers, and everyone in our network. Meaning you have access to all our resources, where to close, how to close. We can help you with that. And of course, experience. I was talking about Anish, Biju, and Jim, billions of dollars in real estate transactions. Expert in system implementation, that will be me, and experts in the digital marketing, which is Sean. This is probably the only mastermind out there in the state that have, between the founders, the combination of these three things. I would say this is incredible. And I know because I'm being in different masterminds. None of us offer anything close like this. This is our members. We have members that care. Members that genuinely care about each other and have created a community. And I'm gonna say to you guys, it's beautiful seeing that. Access to new opportunities. New business opportunities are all the time. Members bring new ideas, new type of business deals. The hidden ones that we're going to talk about next, it came from the mastermind. We were ideas from the mastermind. And of course, not only they came from the mastermind, they're staying there. And we encourage collaboration between members and us. If you guys want to do a deal with us, we'll be happy to hear you out. And it's access to our exclusive tools. Which exclusive tools? We're working a lot with AI right now. That's what we're personally in RealFacts on making that transition. Business developing and education. In the education side, we're prior to mastering education and oriented to technology, business, and finance. On my side, which is the one I love the most, it's not I don't like business and finance, but technology definitely is my part of the, let's say, what I'm more happy about it, what I personally enjoy the most. But again, we don't do it all. What is that we don't do? We don't do it for you. If I tell you that putting the money down and getting into the mastermind is going to be enough, it's not. We won't do it for you. We do it with you. We help you do it, but we don't do it for you. You need to put everything that you have in order for this to work. Like everything in life. What are we going to make you accountable for? Your dreams, your business, and your life. If you are ready for this, we're waiting. By the way, for the next mastermind, which is in March, we're starting March 10. We have two or three max spots available. That's our capacity right now. So you know, it's just that the space is also limited. So what is inside the Next Mill Mastermind? We have 2-3 days mastermind a year, 12 months group calls, and daily community support. That's through our Facebook page. And of course, unlimited access to the 5-5. You can ask any of the members of the mastermind if that's true or not. We're not only available, we care. We really care for our members. This is your investment. $20K. And I kid you no, this is not a sale, it's an invitation. What is that we guarantee? And you have unlimited access to the 5-5 via text and email until you have received the value that you intended to get out of the Next Mill Mastermind. And you know, the members that already joined for March, not only have seen that, but one-on-one, I have sit directly with them and evaluate their systems and give them recommendation about their systems. When I see the system that they're using in their business, and how can they improve and getting better. This is on my side only. This is what we call the winning strategy. What does that do? $100,000 is the value of what we consider the mastermind. The information requirement analysis is something that I personally do. Value $7,500. Access to the elite Facebook group community, $6K. The partnering system, which is the DRIA partnering system, is $3,300, including the lead generator steps and the tactic workshop. Today, quick start for real estate investors. This is a niche quick start. I was in this quick start last weekend. The value that he provides for $695 is embarrassing. I'm telling Anish, like, dude, what you're giving this away. Online marketing review, that's Anish. I'm sorry, that's Sean, something that Sean would do. The members benefit, this is actually Anish has been so very kind, so very, very kind, that's give you access to the VPN RIA and the DRIA meetings. That's a value of $295 a year. That's also included. And the 30-minute success accelerator coaching call, $1,000. 2 tickets to Turning Point. I did it, love it. Marshall, really great guy. I learned a lot and love it. And this is something that I'm telling you, I was a skeptic about it. And this is something that Sean do, which is the self-hypnosis roadblock obliterator. What a mouthful. And I love when people prove me wrong. I'm telling you that the feedback from the members about this has been incredible. People has been liberated for all the blockings that they have, and I can tell you enough how proud I am of that. Sean is doing that. This is the value of what we're selling for 20,000. Not only for that. This is what I show next. This is going to be your investment. I'm going to say it again. Guys, this is not a sell. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to join the wealthiest people that I'm being around. Wealthy meaning not only they're making money, but they're living their lives. And that's what you should be looking for. 15K. I'm going to say something additional here. And this, I didn't talk to Anisha about that. I'm probably going to get it. Going to pull my ears here. I'm going to say this is for the people that actually take action now, today, not tomorrow. It has to be today, meaning action, make a deposit for the mastermind. I'm going to throw out a year of ReFacts. That is $3,000 of the software. I didn't discuss this with Anish and with anyone. But again, if you do this first year, ReFacts, $3,000 value additionally, it's going to be free for you if you join the mastermind. If you make the deposit today. And I say the deposit because you can pay in full, but you're not in until you pass the interviews. That's why we ask you the deposit. If you get accepted into the mastermind the first year, ReFacts is going to be free for you. So you want to book your call, scan this. Take a picture of it. And this is what I'm going to put next. This is actually my contact information. You want to talk about the mastermind, that's my personal phone number. If you want to talk about ReFacts, that's my personal phone number. I don't want to answer a question how to use it. I have staff that does that. But if you want to talk business and you want to talk about getting into the mastermind personally with me, that's my phone number. So scan it and please leave your phone number, because if you text me back and I don't know who you are, I probably won't answer. So leave there. You have the capability to leave your information too. I'm going to put here again for a moment. This is how you apply to the mastermind. You go to that URL. Scan that and go to the URL. And now that we went through this, I'm going to go back to what our masterminds member have access to, what we call exclusive for masterminders. Okay, let's refresh this for a moment. And we're going to check on what? We're going to check on single family. I'm gonna go to Miami-Dade. And I'm gonna go to open violations. What's an open violation? Well, typical open violation is illegal construction. So let's find first, are there violation? Yes, how many violations are in Miami-Dade single family? 13,937. How many of those? This is something I'll always like to do, the distribution view. What are the majority of the violations? What is in this zip code? 33147. Okay, say oh Miami. As you get closer, let's go for a map in a moment. See guys, Hialeah. So violation equals Hialeah. Sorry to tell you that, guys. It's true. See how many violations I have here? And this is only in this area of the zip code, as you can see. We're gonna go back to the map. See here? Most violations are here. And this is because it's a single family. If I do single families and condos or any type, it keeps being the same area. 1,736 violations. Now, why violations are important? Come back that the difference between sell and need to sell. This only violation at a thing that we're looking for? No. We need equity. How much? I like 50%. It's a really round and nice number. And let me go back and see how many of those. 12,444. Let me go to the same distribution view. 916. The second zip code here is, Southwest Kendall, close to the zip code 33177. That's the second one. Those are violations. Now, but it's not only violations, it's which kind of violations. And let's find something in the violation type. When I put in the alleged violation, one of my favorites is roof. This is roof violation with 50% equity. $1,009. Nice list. Okay. Another one. Oh, by the way, let me show you the violations. I will show you what the violations are. You have a tab here to say open violation. It says the type of violation. You usually have 2 or 3. For instance, porching the back of house without permit. This is another word that we're not going to look for, without permit. It is everything without permit. Failure to maintain a building structure devices a safe condition due to sprinkler system. Different type of violation, but again, without permit is one of the most important ones. This one did a roof without permit. But let's find, other than roof, without permits, to see how many winners do we have. (1,038) properties out of the 15,000 are permit problems. And let's see where is the no permits. Hialeah, 84. 33165. 33175. 33177. Those are the without permits one. Let's find another one. Water damage. Let's see if we can find something with that. A few. Let's find something with mold. That, again, what I'm doing here is finding problems. And again, guys, problems equal motivation. (28) with mold. So when you keep adding to these things, you're gonna find that violations that are minor, but violations that are big. And that's the one that is gonna make you a ton of money. So, knowing this, I'm gonna do now what I call the double jeopardy. How about violation and pre-foreclosure? $591, nice list. How about violation, pre-foreclosure, and probate? There's probably going to be very, very few. Just to play with it. 12. These 12 have a violation, is in pre-foreclosure, and have probate. So talking about motivation. Let's do this in the 3-county area to see what it shows. Broward and Palm Beach. $21, not that many, but remember, it has 3 reasons to sell. I love information, guys. Okay. Let's clear this. And go with what we call pre-probate. What is pre-probate? Pre-probate is someone's not even in the process of probate. So how do we find that out? Well, I'm glad to tell you that we're using AI to do what? To go through all the obituaries in Florida and find the recently deceased. And this is what this is. This is like the equivalent to have it in the ICU. This is that I kid be you. I'd say to him that he likes the probates still warm. So this is that list. I'm gonna do it for the whole state. I'm gonna put it in dramatic fashion in what we call the distribution view. These are the recently deceased. Guys, this is exclusive for mastermind members and mastermind members only. How many of those are there? $13,861. That's all the people that have died recently. No, that's are the ones that we can actually track. They have property. Okay. And unfortunately, the things that names like John Smith died, there are 300 John Smith. We cannot find where they live. But these ones we found where they live, and 13,681 is a really nice list. And if you add double jeopardy to this, like for instance, pre-foreclosed, out of those 13,237, nice list. Or taxes. Nice list again. Or I'm gonna play with this again. How many of those are multifamily? Less than 10 units. 96. Nice number. And I think this is going to be very, very, or none. Actually, 4 own big buildings. So there you have it. These are the disease. This is our pre-foreclosure. I'm sorry, probates. And what I'm going to go next is actually permits. Permits is not only exclusive lists, it's a limited list because we need to go city by city collecting it. So far, we have done Broward County. We're in the process to do Miami-Dade. And we're in the process between the mastermind members to actually do the rest of the state. I want to show you what we have so far, which I think is pretty cool. Let's keep the disease out and add first, these are the permits. And I'm going to add in the permits the roof that has at least 20 years. Okay? I'm going to say this. I put 20 years. Roofs are bad. Depends on the type of roof. Starting at 20 years. The tile ones is going to be about 25 to 30. And I'm going to tell you this. Many of the databases that we are finding right now, they don't have record from 20 years back. So it might be longer. That's why this list is important. I'm going to say 20 years. I'm going to say single family properties. $80,597 properties. Now, how we start that? one of our mastermind members, guess what? He's a roofer. That's something we created for him. 2,981 have not ever pulled a roof permit in Broward County. What does that mean? Either the roof is 30 years or longer, or it was done illegally. In both cases, you have something that you can fix. Let's go back to the 20-year ones and do double jeopardy. This is 20-year roofs, pre-foreclosed. $323, good number. Forgot something here, guys. Pay attention. Equity. How many with equity? 207. This is not only have a problem with pre-foreclosure, the roof. How about probates? Only 3, small less. Oh, I'm sorry. Probate and pre-foreclosure. Let's do probates only. That was triple jeopardy. 132. Nice list. And let's do a last one, which is going to be what? Tax delinquents. $76. So these guys are the hidden leads. Most of real estate investors, they don't know how to find it. Nevertheless, they don't know how to use them. We not only know how to find it, and the system guy, these guys know how to use it and know how to close it. So there you go.
Francisco,
Anish?
Patrice's got a quick question. She's
Okay.
asking, the question is, do selected counties have the option of code violations? Are you getting the code violations for the whole state, or is it just
not all counties have code violations because not all counties have sites for code violations. Okay.
Correct. Okay.
So it's a matter is we give you what we have available.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Did you
can-
see the tab of code violations in the county that you are in? We have code violations. If not, we don't.
Got it.
By the way,
Got it.
Patrice is member of the mastermind. So
Absolutely. Good question. And we always get this, so I know everyone always asks, like, your data, how often is it updated, and generally speaking,
this is a question we always get.
I know, that's why I just figured I'd as well touch on it.
I'm just gonna say it. I mean, we'll update it as soon as we can. When I say that, if we can do it daily, we do it daily.
Yeah.
Okay, but most counties don't update their data daily. They do it once a week, or they do it once a month or once every 2 months. There are counties that do sales only every 2 months. Why? Because there's not such a big counts. So data is a living animal. It depends. Now, what we try to do daily, when I say we try, is we do daily is auctions, foreclosure auctions. The ones that depend on the foreclosure sites in Florida, they're done daily. Foreclosure information is done daily. And the other part that is done daily is actually properties for sale. We update that information daily.
Absolutely.
The rest
Okay.
of the information, as soon as it's available, we update it.
Yep. Exactly. Okay, that makes sense. So I know some of you guys, I'm also getting some of these private messages direct to me. So go ahead and fill out the poll if you're interested in applying for Next Million Mastermind. As Francisco was saying, it's invite only, meaning we do want to, we do have to approve you. Two of the five founding members have to approve you on the interview process. We are very selective, meaning as for us, you know, it's about the right people. Not only are you going to get great things, we know you have a ton of experience. So we expect you to give out things, meaning your knowledge, your power. It is truly a full community. Again, we keep the groups small on purpose. Francisco went over all the bonuses you get as a Next Million Mastermind. He threw in something today, which I was like, I walked away and I had to go back and I said, did I just hear what I heard? For anyone that puts a deposit down,
I forgot I said it already.
yeah, he's throwing in ReaFax for the year. Jeez, so you got to actually go ahead and apply. Put the link down for the deposit. The deposit is not is refundable if you don't get approved. So again, we were just trying to lock in the spots. We only have, you're right, we only have 3 spots open for our March 10th to the 15th event that's coming up pretty soon. So we're always excited and you know, a lot of you guys are real estate investors. Again, the mastermind is open to any kind of business people. Some of you guys might have a W-2 job. And what's really unique, as Francisco was talking about, is we're also building your personal life as well as your business. We sit here and talk, Francisco and the other guys, we sit and talk about, well, it's great to make money. Imagine making millions and millions of dollars and your family hates you, right? Your health is going down the crapper, right?
That's pretty
So
blunt.
yeah, it's just that, look, you got to make sure that they're interconnected. It's about living the life that you want and you deserve. So that's why we even created this mastermind. So we're super excited about that. I know one person already won. And what I mean by that is one lucky person is going to get $2,000 off on their mastermind membership. Who is that lucky person, Alexa?
Yes, our winner for the $2,000 off the mastermind is, congratulations, Camilo R.
Camilo R. So
Please go
Camilo's got
apply.
paid. Yeah, so you're getting paid $2,000. So that, you know, again, our mastermind is $20,000 a year. We do have a discount right now, so it's 15. So for you, Camilo, it's even 13,000 for you. You got to take advantage of this. As I said,
The
what Francis,
3,000 of ReaFax, actually
yep.
2,990.
Yeah, and the other big thing is that you know what Francisco showed and what's special for what you have for the Next Million Mastermind people, it's crazy. So one probate deal, one extra deal, could basically pay for your mastermind too. So again, we're always excited to have you guys. We have events coming up. I know Alexa put an event for Wednesday. It's our next online event for BPM RIA. Next Saturday, limited seats for our event at Nova University. So we want to make sure you guys come out. I think it's just really, yeah, it's included. Like for us, as I said, a lot of you guys say, hey, I wish you guys would do more incoming or in-person events. What I tell you is you got to show up, right? And the whole reason of masterminds, real estate investing 2025 is to take action now,
Yes, indeed.
right? So not tomorrow, Yeah, the point is take action now. And I get everyone's got lives and all these things are happening. And that's why you need to be in the mastermind.
And I love what Monty put in the chat earlier. Sorry to keep you guys on here, but it's always a good conversation. Monty said that he wished he joined the mastermind 5 years ago. You guys,
Thank you,
what do they
Monty.
say? They say the best time to plant the tree obviously was 10 years ago, but the second best time is today. So do it.
Monty, I
Absolutely.
hope you're feeling better. Understand that you couldn't make it to the last meeting.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
you guys look out. Anyone who missed the last workshop that Francisco did will get that topic back out again. So please look out for the upcoming events. I will email each and every one of you today. Just a quick thank you email. I want you guys to go apply. I will also remind you that if you put your deposit down today, you'll get the 1 year of ReaFax software for free. So I'll put that little reminder in an email to each and every one of you. We did record today's session. It will be posted to YouTube. So if you're watching this replay, I'm so sorry you missed the offer because you weren't in the live webinar. So next time, try to be in here. You guys always know we want to reward you guys for showing up, for asking questions, participating in today's class. We couldn't do it without you guys. So we hope to meet you all at the next in-person event. Come out next Saturday. It'll be at Nova Southeastern University in Fort Lauderdale. So I think
Yeah.
local for pretty much everyone in here. So
Yeah. And the only thing I'm also going to add is I hope you guys joined our Next Million Mastermind Facebook group. Give us a comment in there on what other webinars or whatever you guys are interested, whether it's the Next Million Mastermind or BPM RIA. We'll do our best to service you guys on topics and have experts. Again, what Francisco was talking about, our Rolodex or our contact list. We have a ton of different people in all sorts of different industries that can really help you out too. So Francisco, thank you so much as
It's been a
usual.
pleasure for me
Showing-
being between entrepreneurs,
Yep.
and I'm really looking forward to meet with the new members of the mastermind and see you there in March.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And again, thanks for showing us how to make money, Francisco. See you soon.
Thank you, Francisco. Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Bye, guys.